want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money that I beg them. The money should be used for this. Thank you.
Hate and shame, they play the game. You can't break what's in our soul. So break the bricks, we stand it all. Let's go break our grounds. Let's go make them shame. In unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC. All in. CDC. All in. CDC. 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 All in. You done your worst, the world can see. But truth and time will set us free. Laugh if you want, but wait and see. The mighty CDC's destiny. Let's go break our grounds. Let's go make them shame. CDC, all in. We are strong. All day long. Wear your berets. A new beginning has begun. Let's go break our grounds. Let's go make them shake. See, there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty. it down. They was clapping their hands, they was stealing things, they was cursing my, oh what a happy day. For those stupid people, the court said leave them, let them go fix their thing. But they were very
share button, please.
Now they break it down. Somebody now go crazy. Somebody
hit for us the share button, please.
So when it happened, bunch of foolish people. CDC, 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 all the way. Oh, CDC, CDC, oh yeah, 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 CDC, all the way. CDC is for the people. Ain't not in bed and ain't not in the house, ain't in their hearts, and they carrying it. No yellow machine can take it from them. Now yeah, it's here. We finish getting land, we finish getting money. We come and break the ground to start booting again. So let's go break our ground. Let's go make them shame. Together we are strong. CDC, we are supreme. Yeah. Let me just tell you something, a new belt, it will be a rainbow of true democracy and the people's mind. CDC will show the world what it means to be supreme. So let's go break our ground. Let's go make them shame. Together we are strong. CDC, we are supreme. Breaking ground, breaking ground.
Oh yes, that's how we do it right here. That's how we do it right here. That's how we do it. Hit for us the share button.
On the way, they brought yellow my ship. They break it down. They was clapping their hands, they was stealing things, they was cursing my, oh what a happy day. For those stupid people, the court said leave them, let them go fix their thing. But they were very old just to break it down. Now they break it down. Somebody now go crazy, somebody now die, no way. So when it happened, bunch of foolish people. CDC, 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 all the way. Oh, CDC, CDC.
Because pour fool the people, the Pope of Boakai. Yes, Lord told me how Lord told people that have been having 45 years experience. And see what's going on here. See what's going on here.
What's going on here? You want to lock the camera?
It's very tough. Very tough.
When you say things are tough, what do you mean?
To get money, young man.
You want to lock the camera?
To get money. You see the time?
To get money high right now?
One. Yes. See the US rate. And the man with a 45 years experience, it's just a for nothing experience there. For nothing experience, Boakai brought you to the people here. You see, when you see this police running behind you, taking your market, how people eat. My school coming open now. School just tell my school coming open. And I want for you to go and tell Boakai, you're from school, you tell Boakai, you should put your experience into use. Put your experience into use. We can see your experience. 45 years experience, by more. Agriculturalists, you can see what it meant to people.
But just finally, do you think the economic hardship you're talking about is the fault of the government, or is just the reality as per what's happening across the world?
If you get experience, you should come with experience. Come with experience. Come with experience. Now you have more for the 5 years experience. Guess what? on the dog. He got no experience. That's so nothing for the first experience.
Okay, thank you very much. Why any?
My name is Favor.
Okay, Favor. Okay, so what you will say to your government?
The country is so hard for us and our parents. We are not going to school or children. We are saying, but this time, my mother said 20 o'clock to finish. It can be hard. My mother not affording for me to send me to school. So we want for the government to make everything so for us, for our mother to afford to send us to school.
You going to school?
No.
You're not going to school right now?
Yeah.
You said what's your name, Favor? So what kind of business your mom doing?
Kobo.
She's doing Kobo business. She's selling across there, all the way on the other side. Yeah. Your man know like talking to Spoon TV right now.
No.
And you want the government to improve the country so things can get easier with your parents and so you can go to school.
Yeah.
No money in the country. The country very hard. Even before I think Joey Atansa was better because we got 1 or 2. But so the new people getting power, the speaker shit, we are having 2 speakers. They add the future speaker and the real speaker. The real speaker just resign. But they put in our parliament, they get love for the country. They just seeking a set interest. On the ways, on the committee, so they forget about the country. They do all type of stuff. Spoil the country image abroad. Can you imagine? You look at the capital building, catch your fire burning. What the men and they're fighting for power. No see what
but why do you think things are hard in the country? What do you think is responsible for the harsh economic situation? Is it the fault of the government?
Kindly hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members in the various chat groups, and let's get ready.
The government, for me, what I know is the government not having contact.
Contact?
Yeah, the president, because if you look at the president cried up or University of Labrador or PSC, he got nobody outside that you know. Inside of the property, you never expose yourself because he's a man, he's very savage.
They rescue you. Why a million rescue? You want to press people, you're noble. Show me the million rescue. To save somebody, the million rescue. Yeah. To deliver you for something, take you for something. So you're the poor people. Rescue me, save. But we the old people. Rescue the million rescue. That can't help me while here. That's the same thing. But Jota Bagara can't tell you the water. He can't pour one naked the water back to kill on money. You know they get people the pressure. Husband not working. I live in church TV. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 500 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Bagara. What will be our result next year? We wouldn't even 1 year. What will be our result the following year? Okay, thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Patience Mane.
Patience Mane. You sell in the market here?
Yes.
Are you selling in the here?
Yes.
No market.
Can't get some. I go look for an season.
You go look for the market, you see some?
I see food, call it food price. The way up, you're not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another price. When you come, you buy a different price. So the money I can put it back on my.
Also, the money you carry to the cold storage.
They put it back on market. Very rich.
How much for the fish?
You buy snapper 14,000. What we used to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buying it for 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say you keep to rescue us. But the rescue that you're doing, we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend here, they're not giving nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. While they cause a motor burner running, they were not doing the one. They are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we must be able to spare our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of us, we not got north from the south God. And that basement we do, we not understand our children went to school. Our children, when we can't sell the market, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we not understand the rescue team. So they were taking them from all of the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them turn to Zoom. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
It's rampant now. It's more than rampant.
Okay.
The drugs is rampant. Some of them almost 20% on the street because of Zoom.
The zombie drugs?
Yeah, the Zoom that they bring in Jota Bagara we drink. Because we are trying to sell our kush. But now that's Zoom. When he said I see that we are so stinking at it. So we asking him to please be the parent of our boss children. We ask him to please help us to make our children to leave Zuni. Because he said he came to change things. And no change, we not understand our land. Police people getting our keke motor hard time. Police people beating our children on the street. They say they should register, they should become go over there, go over that one, everything they do. But what people are home king, that just one thing we just getting dropping like that. Tell him, don't Napa, tell him, sorry. We're not taking somebody out for fair the country. So we should tell our president to help we the poor people.
Selling money, how's the business?
We get God and go for it.
You don't let you tell God take you for. But money ain't in the country now. In process.
For now, if I have to
So,
tell you that before
parents, home and abroad, hit for us the share button. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time today. As usual, we'll always ask that you do us this favor. You know, the more you hit the share button is the more you widen the scope for the audience, because my audience may not be your audience and your audience may not be my audience. So the more you share and the more I share is the more the information go wide, far, and all across. So there are some of you who have good followings, people following you in different chat rooms. So we encourage you, we appeal to you. At least each person, when you come on, hit the share button, share here, share there, and by so doing, you carry the information far and wide. You can also tag people, tag your friend, hashtag John Brown, Peter Flomo, just tag somebody so that we can have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful conversation. Again, we are privileged, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, to welcome each and every one of you under the Palava Hut. As usual, here is where we come to discuss issues relative to the growth and the development of Liberia. We come here to disagree in order for us to agree to a better Liberia. Here is a place where we will not mince our words. Here is a place where we will not try to manage what the truth is. We will give it to you as it is, and it is up to you to be able to take that information and use it in your benefit. Here we do not lie. Here we do not seek attention. No, we are not here to seek attention. We are here because the stage that we find ourselves in as a nation, as a people, it is terrible. It is very terrible. And we must play our part in order to redeem our nation from this particular kleptocratic, from this particular barbaric, from this mediocratic regime, from the ecocentric, regime. They care about themselves. It's all about themselves. They don't care about you and myself. And that's the reason why we must be uncompromising with the truth. We must be unapologetic with the truth. And we must now manage it, give it to you as it is. So on this note, we want to say welcome to each and every one of you. Hit for us the share button. You can also be able to send us, the different thumbs up, because when you send these thumbs up, it helps to be able to protect the video. There are people who are reporting the page anytime they see us on. So most of the time when you send these, how you call heart, this heart, when you send them, these thumbs up and all these different, good emojis, it gives a very good impression to the Facebook algorithm to be able to save the video or to be able to give the video a wider coverage. Because the thing is as such that when the people are reporting you, the Facebook algorithm can be able to some extent restrict the page or restrict your views. But the more they see all of these good emojis, these good sounds and the other stuff, so it gave the the Facebook automatic reading program the impression, a very good impression that the people, they ain't talking anything bad, so let's not restrict the page or let's not block it from going certain area. So please send us the thumbs up, send us the heart, send us all of these positive, emojis. Whatever you can send out, the stars and everything, which is really, really going to help to protect the video and give us a wider, very, very wide coverage. Again, fellow Liberians, we are here today on the redemption hour, and we are going to be here with our people. We are going to be here with our panelists. I am grateful, I am humble to now welcome the Honorable Randolph Masekwe Dogbayu II. Honorable Dogbayu, welcome, Chief.
Thank you, my dear brother, brother and friend, Prince Sharif. Thanks for always keeping the torch burning. Thanks for desiring to always inform, educate, and entertain the Liberian people. They deserve to know, they deserve to understand, they deserve to be educated, and they deserve to be talked to. So this is where we are. This is where we gather. This is the massive stirring. This is only Palaba Hut. Up in Tiro, growing up, it is only the Palaba Hut that the elders is where the children, it's where people gather to speak, in their vernacular, to settle issue, to settle case, to settle a matter relating to family, community, land dispute. It is only the Palaba Hut. All of these things traditionally from our background that they are settled, and so today on the Palava, we have a specific hour, like you have stated, name and stop the Redemption Hour. The Redemption Hour is a show that has the Redemption Squad. We believe things are helter scatter. I listen to the old man asking people to define for her what rescue is. She wanted to know what rescue is, and she's not educated. She's an illiterate woman, but she knows that rescue has a meaning. She knows rescue, it should be a positive word. But instead, what she was experiencing didn't resemble rescue. So she wanted to know, what is rescue? What exactly is rescue? This government, what have they come for, to rescue us, to drain us? So this show is there to interpret, and further buttress what the Oma was saying, because she said what she was experiencing. You do not theorize, or you don't make people suffering and feeding with theory. It's practical. What people feel, what they see, what they go through every day, you cannot interpret it. So the Oman wanted to know what is rescue, and we all know rescue is saving someone or something from a dangerous, maybe a confined or otherwise a harmful situation where they are helpless, where they cannot help themselves. So that term is an implication, or it implies imminent danger that require prompt or instant and unequivocal response, to free them from that particular situation. So the Oman is not saying, if we were in a particular dying situation, what is happening here to us? Is this rescue? So, fellow Liberians, to answer that old lady question and to answer many other people's questions, we like to say this is our platform. The Rescue Hour is a decisive response mechanism to the failed unity party like government. Most of the time, they converge on the so-called cash reloaded, some call it class reloaded. Yeah, we are not like them. We gather here to cross-cut through their deceitful presentation, through their deceitful governance style, and the hardship imposed on the people. We are here to reveal the truth and to nourish hope for our people, a hope that they deserve. This is where we mobilize the brightest mind in the country, those who are extremely and wholly patriotic, to come and expose the incompetence of the lying and corrupt unity party. This is the masses mega form, and this is where we gather. This place is the Palava Hall. We come here to turn the course of liberating our people from the clutches of the so-called rescue regime, to put them, somewhere that they deserve. So I'm glad to be on the show today. Our other panelists will join us as the show continues. So it's up to you, Mr. Prince Sharif.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Honorable Dogbayu. Thank you so very kindly. Again, fellow Liberians, we are here to give you nothing but the best. And what you can do for us is to hit for us the share button as we get started. Every day we try to add value. The value added method continue to improve, continue to increase. So every day we're going to bring you something very new, something very exciting, something worth listening to. Today, fellow Liberians, we're going to be discussing series of, a topic. You will see it there in the section. You can also join us in the discussion and, make your point in the comment section. But again, we want to advise, we want to say to you, you have the right to disagree, you have the right to agree. But please, what we will not tolerate is invectives. You don't have to insult in order for you to get your point across. You can get it across. So please, we want to appeal to you. Disagree with us, yes. Make your point in the comment section. Let's interact. But again, let's keep it civil. Let's enjoy the moment, and let's all have a wonderful, wonderful time. On this note, let's just welcome few of our people as we get ready. Let's welcome few of our people. We want to use this time, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, to welcome Jane. Thank you so much, Jane, for joining us. We do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you. Thank you for your presence. Melvin, thank you so much, Melvin. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much for joining us. Abraham, thank you so much, Abraham. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you for joining us. Stanley, how are you, my brother Stanley? Thank you so much for your presence. We want to welcome David. Thank you so much, David. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Ime, thank you so much, Emmanuel. Matthew, we appreciate you. Jim, how are you, Jim? Thank you so much for joining us. Ave JJ Peters, you are highly welcome. JJ, we appreciate you. All of you that have joined us, we appreciate you. Those of you who are joining us from other platforms, for on the YouTube, we want to say, those of you who are joining us on the YouTube, we welcome you also. Those of you joining us, on our personal pages, we want to say you are highly welcome. From X, we want to say you are also highly, highly welcome. From Instagram, we want to say you are welcome. Josephine Campbell, we appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. Jay Larry, we want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so much. I mean, all of you that are joining us, we appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your presence. Again, as usual, we ask that you hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, and let's all have a wonderful time. Honorable Duwai, do you have anyone there that you want to welcome?
No, you can go ahead. You
Okay.
can go ahead.
All right. Okay. Okay. So today, fellow Liberians, we also want to use this time to say a happy, happy, happy birthday to a brother, a friend who is celebrating his natal day. That is Julius J of the OKFM. As you may be aware, Julius J is celebrating his natal day. So we want to say happy, happy birthday to you, Julius J. Enjoy your day. We pray, for nothing but the best for you. And we pray that your heart desire everything that you desire, that the Almighty continue to extend his hands of protection and blessing upon you and your family. And as you live, grow in wisdom, grow in knowledge, grow in good health. So for and on behalf of the show today, we want to say happy, happy birthday to you and enjoy your day. So today we dedicate it to you. Today is for you. Honorable Tobayu, while we await our people, terrible times continue to loom over Liberia. Terrible things continue to happen. I don't know what is going on, but it's as if the more the international community, the more our international partners throw light on some of the ills and some of the deteriorating condition as far as the governance process is concerned, as they throw light on it, it's as if they tell the government to even press the gas. While they are reporting on terrible conditions, while they are reporting on horrible things, while reports continue to come up, both from our national and our international partners, relative to what is happening, you would think that the government will be sensitive enough, the government will be wise enough to say, look, let us be able to take the necessary measure to address the issues that the international partners or even our own people here in Liberia are talking about. Unfortunately, you would think that they would take that approach. But from all indication, it is not what is happening. It's as if things continue to deteriorate, things continue to go down road. A civil society organization, one of the biggest in the country, is calling for the dismissal of the police director, that is Stan, that held a rally few months back, asking the government to make some serious adjustment on what is happening. Today, we are seeing or we are listening to Stan calling for the immediate dismissal of the police director. What say you concerning the request, or one would say the demand from Stan? Let's hear from you, sir.
So, firstly, we believe stands calls for the immediate and unconditional dismissal and prosecution of Mr. Gregory Coleman is necessary. We believe it's timely, and we believe Mr. Boakai should act if he is the president who is in charge. If he is that man believed to be, with wisdom, if he is of age and he wants his government to govern properly, Mr. Boakai needs to take charge of that country. He's not in charge of the country. That's the first thing. You cannot have a police that projects itself as a militia group. You cannot have a police that purports, an atmosphere of fear. Gone are the days that citizens should fear police. The police in a civilized term, the police in every civilized environment, they are friend to the citizen. They should be friend to the citizen. You cannot have a police that is extremely segregated, a police that is always in the newspaper, a police that the citizen cannot run to. What group is that? That's a terrorist group. It cannot be a police. A police is an institution. Police is not just a uniform you wear. The police is the discipline, the culture of discipline. That's standard. That's what I got the standard division in the police that is over ethics, training, communication, community engagement, community and democratic policing. These are the type of policing understanding that some of us have had in past. But instead, my dear brother Prince, what we see a police that is facing a significant crisis of public trust due to high-profile incidents and continuous killing of people in the public, police brutality, be it King George killing incident, be it the AFL widow situation where an AFL personnel and also a policeman were caught broad daylight fighting. It was a situation, police versus AFL. The culture of impunity. I do not want to talk about the recent shooting, fatal shooting, including a mentally ill man. My own friend and brother, a man that I've known for over 20 years, Mr. Martin Moba, and that happened just on October 8th. So, Sting is mainstreaming this argument because of the fact that our government is sitting there and peaceful Liberian citizens are being killed. They've been shoot up, against the rules of engagement. The rules of engagement does not support, the former manner in which people have been killed in Liberia. So if Stem is saying people should be, dismissed, for me, I think it's belated. Going contrary to the way Mr. Gregory Coleman doesn't care. Just in July of this year, we saw it on social media, where a officer was using force, carrying a child and removing her hair here and there. Just last week, a young lady, a policeman was seen on camera beating a young lady violently. So police violence, brutality, lack of respect for the citizen, the continuous killing of people, and not, focusing on things that matters. All of these things ongoing. When there's an armed robber in your community, the prince, and you call the police, they will not respond. They will not respond. The police can only respond to killing of citizens. They can only respond in the form of manner that violates the rules of engagement. They can only respond in the form of manner that does not suggest civilization. The rules of engagement we know is a critical framework that dictates when, where, how a major person or police should use a force. They set that framework to govern us. You gotta use weapon in the circumference of legality. Before doing that, you gotta maintain discipline. You gotta ensure that the mission of safeguarding the citizen and the public is always ahead to all of the time. You gotta work in a situation that manages political risks, not to incite violence. If you as a police, you have access to weapon, you have training, you got several options that taxpayer money have given you. So if you as a police cannot manage a risk, you do not manage the situation and circumstances, you cannot put a situation under control, you only there to escalate and not to de-escalate. These are all blatant violation of the rules of engagement under the Geneva Convention. So if you have a government like ours that continuously violates people's rights, encroach on people's political right, go at political party headquarters, invading at a non-working hour, violating the spirit and intent behind invasion. Because every invasion, it has order, it has to be done orderly. But if you go and start looting on camera, if you start beating people, if you start disrespecting people and using invectives, it tells you that you've gone there with motive. It tells you that the situation of you versus us, that is it. So that is the situation of our police. So now civil society, they are demanding that enough is enough. So for still now to say they need the police director to be dismissed immediately, we still will stand. We still will stand because the police itself has been polarized by partisan policing, but the police does not care. The police is mainstreaming the culture of impunity. As a result of that, it has eroded public trust. The Independent Human Rights Commission in 2024 said there has been significant rise in human rights violation, and it has worsened. So throughout the police administration landscape, there has been increasing police brutality and lack of accountability. Impunity and selective justice. We saw the situation involving Brian McGill and the other young men from the Ministry of Agriculture. Selective justice has become the order of the day. So because of these facts, we are saying the police needs to be reformed. The police lacks transparency under Gregory Coleman. The police has declared war on civility. The police has declared war on freedom of speech. The police has declared war on freedom of movement. So because of these things, we believe and we stand with stand. We are standing with stand, alarming our force. Yes, indeed, Mr. Gregory Coleman, he's a bluff boy, he's a joker. He doesn't understand police administration. He's so polarized with politics. He does not want to act professionally. Until he went to Harvard. How can a man go to Harvard that trains some of us and be as reckless as he is? So, Mr. Prince Sherry, in a nutshell, we stand with stand. We believe that Mr. Gregory Coleman is a partisan police. We believe that he's not civilized. He has violated the police code of ethics. He has mutilated our law. The criminal procedural laws of Liberia have not been adhered to the fullest, and given these rock hard truths surrounding the ineptitude of Mr. Gregory Coleman, I think Stan is right in their desire to ask for his immediate and unequivocal exit.
Thank you so much, Honorable Dogbayu. On this issue of Stan calling for the dismissal of Gregory Coleman, I will want to go further to say that I, as an individual, will want to call not only for his dismissal, but for his immediate persecution. Like you rightly said, and I want to borrow from your foundation, fellow Liberians, of recent, what we have seen especially with the national police, it is scary. Let me be quick to say this. There are very good trained men and women in the Liberian National Police. I am not going to be dismissive here as it relates to some value that some individual within the police force, they have. There are good men and good women in the police that continue to exhibit good behavior. But it is unfortunate because the people who are good, they are very small. The number is very, very minute, especially under this particular regime. Now, if you follow the recent history of the police, you will observe that the police has now become almost like a Janjaweed Malaysia under Joseph Numa Boakai, Gregory Coleman, and that of the Justice Minister, Councillor Toy. And this is scary. A police force that was once cherished, the police force that people could stay on the street and appreciate. The police force just yesterday under the regime of His Excellency President Dr. George Weah, that people will walk on the street and say, I want to take a picture with the police officer. Today is the police that people are now running away from. It's the police that is committing mayhem, that is committing atrocity in our own eyes. This police was trained by Madam Ellen Johnson to lead the Unity Party government. They see people who are in power, they see Unity Party. They trained the police at the time when the United Nations was present in Liberia. They trained these police. Why is it that the police behavior has so much changed? It has taken a 360 turn. Were these not the same police officers that were under His Excellency President Dr. George Weah, that Honorable Patrick Sudu was commending? Was this not the same police? Was this not the same police yesterday who we saw taking pictures with protesters? Is this not the same police we saw yesterday cheering food and marching with protesters? Is this not the same police, fellow Liberians, that we saw civilians were running behind and they were running away? Is this not the same police, fellow Liberians, that will go for an arrest and they will almost be like preaching so that the person can be able to go with them or walk with them? Is this not the same police, my people, that yesterday were assigned in the same kinjo and was able to manage the situation? Is this not the same police? But then what have changed? What have changed over the period? Our people, they get a parable, and this parable is truth. The people say, show me your friend, and I will tell you who you are. They believe that your friend can also have an impact on your life. Your friend can be able to influence you also. In this case that we are seeing, in other words, one will say, show me who is your commander, and I will tell you your behavior. You have a Gregory Coleman. A Gregory Coleman who did not even go through the process of DDRR completely. You and I know who Gregory Coleman is. Gregory Coleman is a warlord. You and I know, you know Gregory Coleman. That one, we need to go far. You know who Gregory Coleman is. Did Gregory Coleman go through the process of rehabilitation? Through the process of disarmament, rehabilitation, reintegration? Did he? No. So a man like Gregory Coleman is still faced with this issue of violence because he has not been trained. You see, why sometimes people can tell you, say, look, it doesn't matter what kind of school you go. the behavior that in you. Once that behavior is now refined, you even lucky you can attend the most prestigious institution, but that behavior will never be refined. What we're seeing here. Imagine such a prestigious institution that have put out men and women who are contributing to the world today. A Gregory Coleman will go to that same place and he behaving like a. In fact, he is behaving like the worst of anything you can ever think about. He is behaving this way. Isn't that the same Gregory Coleman yesterday who were in SOD and they were committing this atrocity? Isn't that the same Gregory Coleman here behaving the way he's behaving? Isn't that the same Gregory Coleman? Fellow Liberians, what is happening? Calling for the
You on mute, Prince. You on mute.
oh, I'm sorry, on mute. Sorry, I'm on mute. So, as I was saying, this is the same Gregory Coleman who yesterday we saw under his command committing serious atrocity under the regime of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Today now, he is now the police director and committing even worse crime under Joseph Numa Boakai. Doing worse things under Joseph Numa Boakai. And even what is even surprising to me is that the religious community, they are not even speaking. Where are all these civil society organizations that were in Liberia yesterday that will want to protest for even how you call the thing, somebody storming their toes? Why are they not speaking today? Why is it that they have gone and complete silence? Why are they silent today? That they are not even talking? My people, this is serious. The crime that Gregory Coleman has committed is serious. This is not just worth dismissing. No, it's worth persecution. We saw that torture yesterday that we all say no, torture is not something that we should give credence to. Today, we are seeing torture becoming part of the security apparatus. We saw the report from the doctors in this issue of the how you call or the arson case, where the report from the doctors were able to indeed verify that these people were tortured. Who were they tortured by? They were not tortured by themselves. They were tortured by state security actors, the NSA, the police, tortured these people. Today, guess what happened? They are still languaging behind bars. Despite doctor reports, they are still behind bars. Gregory Coleman is commanding some of the worst, or is giving command for people to commit some of the worst atrocity. A brother whose family member went to the police because the family member believed that the police is equipped enough, the police is wise enough, the police are trained and they have that particular skill to be able to talk you out of whatever the danger is. What crime did the family member commit? The family member only ran to the police and said, "Oh, police, you can help all. We want for that our brother here to go to hospital." Saying you people are trained, saying we get your money for us to train you, you get the technical know-how, you get the skills, you can be able to talk people out of whatever it is. You please go help us to talk to Matthew. We're begging you, you please go help us. The family member went with a heart to save their brother. Later, they didn't know they were going to go call executioners. Executioners, they were going to go call. Right in a broad daylight, the man in his own room, a man who did not even pose a threat to even the mosquito that are in his own room. The man who did not pose a threat to the mosquito, I say mosquito, while in his own room, he did not pose threat to the mosquito in his room. The police, they were brave enough to enter this man's house. Force the man door open. After they heard the door, the man said, "My people are begging you." The people, "I want to be by myself. I want to be by myself. You please don't disturb me. I want to be by myself." They said, "No." They hit the main door, boo, 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 boo. They bust the door open. In that case, who will not be able to, get in their defensive move? Who will not do that? Who will not do it? They busting the main door. My people are begging you, y'all leave me. I want to be by myself. Y'all leave me. The police, they can't even have the conscience to say, well, let's bring somebody who is trained to talk this man, to talk to this man. When you do community policing, you will get to understand that as a police officer, one of the most powerful tools that you can use is the community ingredients to be able to curtail crime. I always saying this. I'm a trained scout. And not only common train. Some of the training that I get, we can talk all here. Not everything we can talk. And thank God America adds some value to us. We come here. We're not just holding iron passing around. But the training that they have given us is enough for us to be able to evaluate any system, every system, anywhere and everywhere. The community ingredients is what you can use to curtail most of these crimes. So the police did not even have the second thought to say, oh yeah, they think, yeah, they call a family member of his. Even though he's not listening to the other people, he's not listening to the other people, what can we do? Let's call somebody, to talk to him. Let's explore all of the avenues. But the police said no. They go there, they hear the door, open the door. Can you imagine? Family member running to police for you to help us to save life, only for them to realize, he said no, that bomb we sending. And even the way the man look, the picture on the video of the way the brother was treated, even while he had 8 bullets in him, the way they were dragging the man. Oh God, it's too terrible. It's horrible. Some of these things we don't let to play because we want for Facebook to black the how you call whatever thing. But on Obodobayu, it was too sad. A man with 8 bullets in his system, but they stayed dragging. They were holding, they were dragging him. They put handcuff on him. The man is bleeding. He's crying. He's losing his life. They left him there, took the police officer who they say the man hurt, and carried the police officer, but left the man on the ground. On Obodobayu, the police director is not just only, or should not just only be dismissed, that we should call for his persecution. And it's unfortunate that even the church or the churches or the religious council of Liberia is not speaking against these things. These are your members, church people that your member then they're doing anything at all. Matthew went to church on that day, the day before. Matthew went to church on that day. There were people in the community who saw him going to church. So what happened to the community, to the religious council? What happened to the Muslim council, the Christian council, whatever council they call themselves? What happened? Are they not seeing this violence? Look at that girl. Who the police went there to go already. The guy said, but I'm not living here with my people. I'm not living here. The police may say, I'm not living here. They hold her by her blouse. They naked that girl in broad daylight. Where are we going, my people? Is this the Liberia that we gave to Joseph Numa Boakai? Is it the rescue that these people say they've come to rescue? On Obodobayu, scaring time in Liberia. Now you can see why the armed robbery is increasing. Now you can see why violence is becoming the order of the day. On Obodobayu, let's hear from you as we round this topic up and then move to the next discussion point.
Yeah, so my dear brother, I mean, you sum everything up. It's becoming scary in our country for the Liberians. We do not intend to scare you. We do not intend to be insightful. We intend to be civil and educative. Now, you dispute what we are saying. You are on ground. How many times have the police not beaten motorcyclists? Even though the motorcyclists were required to wear helmet and have reflective jackets and pay for insurance and license plate. They did all those, yet police thought it was necessary to keep beating on them. How many times have the Yana boys, those valley boys downtown, have not been flogged and their markets removed from their hands by police and looted? How many times have the police not gone into a riot to beat people instead of being civil, protecting lives and property? How many times has the police even responded to your cry in your community when there is armed robbery? How many times? How many times have the police actually protected life and properties in your community? These are the fundamental reasons, the fundamental principles on which police have been funded by state covers, by your taxpayer money. The reasoning behind the formation of police is to safeguard life and property. How many times in your community has the police action, deterred or prevented criminals from stealing from you? So the first thing here is, while the police is measurably failing on their core mandate, they are there encroaching on your fundamental rights. And that is the vectors of broad irony. That is the irony of the police. Instead of them protecting life and property, they are not protecting it. Now, while you are there striving to make life better, they are aggressively, actively encroaching on your fundamental right. The right to free movement, the right to freedom of expression, the right to economic freedom, the right to justice, impartial justice. So, do we have a police? I think this police needs to be dissolved and reconfigured, because our government, the police that was trained by the UNMIL, that police has been disconfigured by partisan spirit. That police has been intruded into by politicians. It has been intruded into by people who are not trained, or people who know their training and decide to be unscrupulous in the execution of their police duties. There is a need for a deep police reform in Liberia. And that starts with Mr. Gregory Coleman firstly. Most of the information we get, Mr. Prince, these information, like you brilliantly articulated, come to us through some other police officer within the force who are trained, who are civil. These people know what it means to be a police officer, but because of their professional ethic, because of the code of conduct that governing, they cannot speak. They are coerced to do duty before complaint. That is a very common saying, in security, duty before complaint. So they always have to follow the chain of command. Even though what is being executed is not professional, you have to respect, obey, and obey. But some of the information we're giving you here, fellow Liberians, these information are given up by the few trained guys in the police. These guys have confided in us. They want to remain confidential. Their identity will remain hidden. They've told us to what extent Mr. Gregory Coleman has been very unprofessional. In fact, one of them told me some of the mandate Gregory has given them, if they are executed, just 1% of that, there will be extreme chaotic scenes continuously in Liberia. The occasion that Gregory and others wanted people to be killed. There are occasions where they just want something terrible to happen, and then they plant it on opposition head, they plant it on CDC Georgia head, they plant it on Alexander Cummings and other opposition leaders' head. That is the playbook of Mr. Gregory Coleman. That is what he knows. And all of what he's doing is being supervised, it's been sanctioned, it's been vigorously supported and with deep passion by Mr. Joe Boakai. Because one leader is it that your people are crying. One leader is it that your lieutenants are being reckless in the discharge of their function and duty, and you there say nothing. You say nothing and doing nothing. It started with the DEA being polarized, selling just here and there. They accuse themselves, they accuse each other of being a crossroad, of people who cross the road, people who cross trade, the drugs that have been taken from drugs perpetrators, drug seller, user, the rest those jobs go and resell and recycle in the market, and then it flows, and it flows. There was an alarm by a senior government official. Our government, Mr. Joe Boakai, was not moved to go one step further. He did what he did very passively. He keeps taking people there. Right now, he has officer in charge. So the entire security sector is polarized. Entire security sector. Politics everywhere. Lack of passion. Lack of political consciousness and awareness. No de-escalation tactic. Everything to do, and it ends up inflaming and escalating the situation. No desire to initiate democratic and community policing. So which government do we have? Which country do we have, fellow Liberians? Is this your understanding of rescue? Is this what you envisioned? Was this what you saw when you said rescue Liberia? For those of you listening to me today, and you did not vote George Weah, you vote Joe Boakai, is this what you voted for police to be beating pregnant women here and there? Is this what you voted for? Did you vote for this government, for the government to impose suffering and hardship on you? For the government to violate your fundamental constitutional right, your constitutional rights? We say resounding no. This is uncivilized. And so we want to add our voices to stand and say Mr. Gregory Coleman should be dismissed and instantly prosecuted for mayhem, for gross disabuse, abuse of the Constitution, abuse of the rule of law, lying about the Capitol Hill. They said there was fire to this point. We can see no report. No report, Mr. Gregory Coleman. Where is our report, Mr. Coleman? Where's our report? So that whole case remain in oblivion perpetually. What happened to the Echo Bank and robber case? What happened? They said there was this gentleman who entered the bank broad day. We saw some camera. What happened to that case, Prince Sharif? What happened? You have cases on your docket, you haven't exhausted, and you're moving on a mentally ill man and killing him before camera, 8 bullets in his stomach. That's murder. Premeditated. You've gone there with the intent and spirit to discharge weapon, lethal weapon, and kill. And that's what you did excellently for yourself. We say enough is enough. And we have to redeem Liberia from this. This is why we have formed the Redemption Hour with the Redemption Squad under the Palawa Hut to inform, educate our people so that join us to redeem our country. This country needs redemption from police brutality. It needs redemption from corruption. It needs redemption from police, being very insensitive and robbery increasing. You saw the other video, the motorbike guys, mob justice, riding on another man, because they feel they cannot trust the police to investigate. No justice. That is what happened. A total breakdown of society if people do not trust the police. People take matter in their hand to ask support that resounding no indicatively. But such is the condition. These are the externalities of bad policing. These are the cascading effects when police, mainstream, unscrupulous, unprofessional behavior above ethical judgment and sound administrative policing. That is what happened. So mob justice is increasing because people do not trust the police in executing their functions and duties. So we say enough is enough, Mr. Gregory Coleman. Enough is enough. So he has to go, Prince. We have no option. But the issue now is, can Mr. Boakai let his militia ball go? No. Boakai will not allow Gregory to go because everything Gregory is doing is a page-by-page execution of what Boakai wants. So in this case, you do not expect Mr. Joe Boakai, who loves violence, who doesn't care about the poor people. Mr. Boakai doesn't care about you, poor people. We from the poor quadrant, Boakai believes that our life doesn't matter. That's why they beat the young boys from the street. That's why University of Liberia soup protesting, they don't care. That's why the poor people, into the street making their ends meet, they've been beating horses, broken down. They don't care. Mr. Prince Sharif, Mr. Boakai doesn't care. This is my conclusion on this. You unmute.
Yeah, it's like as you conclude, you've opened another, Pandora box for us to talk about this, because this is really, really concerning. You cannot have the police that is supposed to be protecting citizens, the police that is supposed to be there to ensure that, the first line of one would say of protection for any civilian government should be the police. When these things are happening, it's become scary. We saw what happened to Francis Sakila Nyimale, a man who was on camera. I mean, you went even to the police station to tell the police that he's going to order people to unalive another person. And he was talking about a security person. After unaliving Tamba Momo, he came to the police and told the police, the recording are here, that I will put people on the motorbike. They will go. And the person that he was talking about was another officer, was an immigration officer. But he went to the police to inform the police that he was going to unalive that particular man. At the end of the day, we saw what happened in Lofa. Unfortunately, Joseph Nyuma Boakai allowed this man to serve as his internal affairs minister. One will say the president for all, the local president, one will say. The president for all the local people, the tradition people, whatever. So go ahead, Francis Akila Nyimale. You did well. They awarded him, even though the man is on record, on video. We also saw our sister, Queen Johnson, brutally inflicting pain on another Liberian. Not because that Liberian stole, not because that particular fellow hurt somebody. The only crime that he committed, Joshua committed, was to be identified as a sedition. So many atrocities have been carried on by these people. At the end of the day, Mr. Boakai continued to shield these people and to insult the Liberian people, because this is what we call an insult. The person, you see the person kolo kolo, our people say you see the person committing the crime kolo kolo, and the president say you do well. Because the reason why you are given position is over the period, the work that you've done, the person or the president have explicit confidence in you. He has been able to look at your own file and see that, yeah, this person, when we appoint them, they will do well. They will be able to at least deliver. So he looked at these people far, the most recent, the atrocity that these people committed, and said, no problem, the people can serve. Queen Johnson, go there, go and serve. Francis Akila Nyimale, go and serve. Honorable Dobayu, one would say that, especially from you as a political figure, a member of the biggest opposition political party, what is the political party doing? What is the opposition? Let's be very straight here. If I will let's just play the devil advocate here. You are a member of the CDC. What is the CDC doing with all of these atrocities that have been committed in a broad daylight? Why are we not, somebody will say, like we saw with the Unity Party, where they organized protests, and there were protests all around the place here. They make the country to be ungovernable. They destabilize our democracy. One will say, what is happening? What is the CDC doing? Honorable Dubayo.
So let me say this, Mr. Prince Sherry. We are the CDC. We are not a unity party. The unity party's posture was to inflame. The unity party's metra philosophy ideas were based on lies, deceit, and racketeering. That is not our philosophy. The unity party's posture and strategy was to create perpetual panic so that people would distrust their government at the time, the government President George Weah. That is not our strategy. The Unity Party's desire at the time, because they did not trust themselves, they wanted a state of anarchy where we will revert to the dark days so that power will be taken by cloak or by hope or by force. So if you ask him what the political party doing, by definition, by context, by precedent, the role of a political party is not to institute law and order. When you go to elections, on our governance framework infrastructure, all power in Article 1 of the Constitution is inherent in the people. So what can happen during the elections? Everyone gather, the people who are the custodian of the power, the state power, the power of the state. You know, the state is that territorial space. That territorial space, which is the 4 cardinal points of the country, the 38,000 square mile, bounded on the west by Sierra Leone, on the north by Guinea, and on the east by Arico, and on the south by the Atlantic Ocean. That terrain, that territorial space is a state. Every human being above the age 18 in that country have a constitutional designated authority vested in them. When you go to election, the authority in you vested is being transferred, bestowed upon a single individual. That power atoning, that power to act on behalf of the people and the state is given to the president. That's why you see the state is always constant, but the government changes. Because the government consists of individual, the state consists of space, terrain, bounded by boundaries. So to respond to you, when the people go to election, they vest their power and authority into one individual. That individual forms his government. The government is supposed to institute law and justice. It's supposed to institute law and order. Under the social contract theory, I give you power, you give me better life. That is the social contract theory. So the fact that you ask me what the political party doing, do you want us to be like the Unity Party, to take laws from our hands and go acting in militia in Lofa County, beating peaceful citizens? No, political parties do not have that authority. We do not have that authority. We cannot acclaim unto ourselves. We cannot bestow, cannot garment ourselves authority that the Constitution did not give us. So the fact that you asking me, it suggests, it validates, and it presupposes and supports our argument that this government has failed in delivering on basic social services. What we can do as an opposition political party, what we can do as a civilized set of Liberians is to mobilize our people conscientiously, is to enlighten our people peacefully, is to inform our people with passion so that they will understand the difference between good government and bad government. So that when the time comes in 2029, they will elect us, and then our philosophy and idea will be translated into governance and make our country a better place. That is the role of the opposition. So our role is to put them on, is to expose them. Our role is to be a watchdog of society. We are just there performing our role. You are here, I am here. We are abiding by the law. The government is the government against the rule of law. We are the party for the rule of law. And so we are here. We cannot transgress our power. Mr. Prince Sherry, no. I'm sorry to disappoint you. We cannot transgress our power. We cannot, do what we do not have. Craig cannot donate blood. We can't give what we don't have. We can take the authority that is not ours. It is Boakai's authority to lead, but he's not leading. That's the sad part of it. And as per our constitution, we have to wait until 2029. We are not like them who went after June 7, and they were demanding president. We are to be assassinated. They have matches, they have copper, combustible, they have flames, right? These are all elements of weapon present. That, you have copper, you have coal, you have knives, you go cook in front of the executive mansion. It was a present danger. Yet we instituted a democratic policing methodology. We triggered that. In the end, we give them food, shake their hands, give them water. That is what governance calls for, consistent with the social contract theory. So you don't expect us to be lying, to be praying for sanction all around the world, to be making the government look bad. We are not. The people are crying. The people are seeing what is going on. We are only as an addendum. We are an addendum to their argument. This is what we can do. in a civil and robust manner, Mr. Prince Sherry. So this is our role. We're not going to transgress our role. We're not going to bring war like the Unity Party did in 1980 when they lost the election. 1985, they went up the mountain and weapons came from down the mountain. They asked Senator Barrow Manasali, founded the ACDL, the Association of Constitutional Democracy in Liberia. That was a group that came to the Americas in Boston. They lobbied the release of Taylor, and that group transfigured, they transformed into the NPFL, and you saw what happened. That is the philosophy, the idea, and the doing of the Unity Party. That's not our doing. So we will play our role consistent with what the Constitution requires. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Dogayu. Thank you so much for, outlining it the way you did. It's just that, sometimes people ask this question, and it's important that we continue to remind our people. Because sometimes people out of frustration say, all these things that are happening, what is the opposition doing? Why is it that you people are not protesting? Why is it that you people are not, behaving the way they behaved yesterday? But thank you so much for making that clarity. Thank you so very kindly. There's another issue before we go to our next topic, but there is this issue that I want us to really look at. There's a video here that I want us to play. Let me play this video here quickly. And I want you to listen to this video because I want you to make an input on this video. Let me bring this video here. Just a minute. Okay. All right. I want you to listen to this video on Oguduwayu and give us your take on this video.
Some estimates, the question again, some estimates have put the budget deficit at about 8.5% of the GDP. This deficit, as you know, affects the operations of government. What specific plans do you have to address the repeated budget deficits so that the government runs smoothly?
I think my government will insist on a balanced budget. If we lack fiscal discipline, spending out of budget is irresponsible.
Some estimates, the question again, some estimates have put the budget deficit at about 8.5% of the GDP. This deficit, as you know, affects the operations of government. What specific plans do you have to address the repeated budget deficits so that the government runs smoothly?
I think my government will insist on a balanced budget. If we lack fiscal discipline, spending out of budget is irresponsible.
Honorable Dowayu, this is Joseph Nyuma Boakai in 2017 presidential debate. He was asked about the economy. He was asked about, what is happening. That was under his government at the time. We just came from his government, the Unity Party government. Joseph Nyuma Boakai was running for continuity after the 12 years to continue Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf legacy. And he was asked about the economy. And he was very clear, very emphatic by saying that we can spend out of budget too much. This is indiscipline. We now get no fiscal discipline. We can manage our money. That Joseph Nyuma Boakai talking. He was blasting at Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the government that he was part of, that he the one was blasting so. We can manage money. We now know how to spend money. We can use the money wisely. After 6 years, Joseph Nyuma Boakai came to continue the Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government of 12 years. Today, the finance minister of the Republic of Liberia will go on air and tell us or tell the world, the Liberian people, that off-budget spending is not a crime. It's okay. It's good. Nothing bad wrong with it. Nothing bad happening for you to spend money off budget. Today, we are seeing What Mr. Boakai condemned yesterday and said that it will not happen under his regime is irresponsible. Today, Boakai is the one promoting these things. Honorable Dobayu, what do you make of this very short video?
So what do I make of it is already stated by Mr. Boakai. He said that's been irresponsible. So Mr. Boakai is very irresponsible. Not me. He said, quote, he said, Mr. Boakai says, spending of budget is being irresponsible, is lack of discipline. So yes, indeed, Mr. Boakai is disciplined. He lacks control, fiscal control. He has embarrassed our country. And I'm glad that John Akinere was able to look at that video and highlight it. So truthfully, to Mr. Boakai's own words, his government is reckless, they lack discipline. Let me tell you this was validated in their first recast budget in 2024. In that recast budget, just for compensation alone, as people working in government, 3.1 million USD was added to the original annual wage bill of 298.7 million. It moved from that 298 to 301.8 million. That was his first recast. Also, the legislature presided over then, by Mr. Funatikova, they moved some money, right? They moved some money, and also the Ministry of State. This is the most interesting one. The Ministry of State at the time, they got 1.3 million in addition to their original 10 million. Moving money from where it was originally meant to be used, you transfer it to one Ministry of State because they wanted to do plenty clandestine deals. They added 1.3 million, recast and spending of budget. The vice president at the time got additional 328,000, added on the original 3.3 million that he received in the budget. Even the Federal Ministry of Finance that was distributing money, they got additional 4.3 million, adding on their original 129.5 million. United States that are making it to 333 million. That was Mr. Boakai's first recast budget. Total recklessness and financial indiscipline was mainstreamed to the fullest. The NSA, National Security Agency, they got 2.5 million. What they're doing that nobody knows. To be torturing people, be beating people was the reason why they had 9 million, they got 9.4 million, they added a 2.5 million. In the end, they got 11.9 million. EPS, today that hearing conflict. EPS and the Ministry of Public Works, they added 4 million on there. That was the money that Mr. Roland Guinness went to go use a lot of lateral, and the road sport in the blink of an eye. That's the government that we have. A very reckless government, Mr. Prince Sherry. A government that care less. Not me saying Mr. Boakai. Mr. Boakai have said the use of money of budget, only accounting for money, recasting recklessly. These are all elements that constitute recklessness and lack of fiscal discipline. Today, his finance minister, he has appointed a saying that they are spending off budget. So we are now saying, holding to what Mr. Boakai said in the past, and giving the current governance outlook, given the current scenario, given what is happening now, we've left no alternative than to quote Mr. Boakai and remind him that what he's doing today is recklessness, because that was the knowledge that he gave us yesterday, Mr. Prince Sherry. That's just all I can say.
Like you rightly put it, recklessness. So, fellow Liberians, you hear it for yourself. You are now seeing what is happening. It reminds me of the interview he had on the VOA when he told the world that he was going to bring the brightest, he was going to bring the best, he was going to bring people of value, people of good moral, people that will add up and be able to deliver to the Liberian people. But today, look at what we are seeing. So, Mr. Boakai himself have cut the whole thing short. It's recklessness. It's been foolish. It's been wasteful, according to what Mr. Boakai is saying. And that's what we are not the ones saying it, like you rightly said. It is Mr. Boakai that is saying it. We are not the ones saying it. he, today, Today, look at what is happening as it relates to $10 million being used in FOIA. Where is that money coming from? That the government is giving different explanation. Another person will come and tell us, say, oh, 18 year, if for government. Another person can say no. 18 year, if for how you call ECOWAS. Another person can say no. 18 year, if for Joseph Numa Boakai. This is just so, I don't know. It's so crazy. What is going on is just so crazy. The extent where you will be able to see people who are supposed to, be very responsible. According to what they said, they know it all. They understand what government and governance is. To see these people making these elementary mistakes and the same thing they condemned yesterday, today we are seeing it. It is troubling. Very, very, very troubling. It's been reckless on this government part. So you see, my people, when we say these people are reckless, before we go to our brother, let's play this again. This is very interesting. Let's play this again for you to hear it. Hear Mr. Boakai. Hear him for yourself. Hear him.
Some estimates, the question again, some estimates have put the budget deficit at about 8.5% of the GDP. This deficit, as you know, affects the operations of government. What specific plans do you have to address the repeated budget deficits so that the government runs smoothly?
I think my government will insist on a balanced budget. We lack fiscal discipline. Spending out of budget is irresponsible.
Some estimates, the question again, some estimates have put the budget deficit at about 8.5%.
We say thanks to history. Thanks to people who keep these records. Serve as a reminder so that you can hear it for yourself, so that you can see it, so that you can listen to it and make your own analysis. But we want to welcome our brother Jake. Our brother Wilman, how are you, Chief? How are you, Wilman? How are you?
Yeah, salute to you, salute to my brother there. How good over here.
My brother, you join us, and I'm very sure that you are listening as it relates to the issue of police brutality. Let's give you a minute so that we can hear from you, and then we'll move on to our next topic. But welcome again. Police brutality, and Stan is calling for the dismissal of Gregory Coleman. What say you, Chief?
I think this one until will happen because they needed Gregory Coleman to do their job, to do their daily work. So by now, if Gregory Coleman was actually professional and care about the Liberian people, he been the first governor Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. The way he proceeding now, if you can look at it, he probably on a revenge. I don't know why bother him, but I want to say something to people in Liberia. This kind of thing don't happen in the Western world we live in. Or probably some African country, they don't exist again now. Police cracking down on citizens. Because why it don't happen in the Western world? But maybe before it used to happen, but now we have in social media now. Somebody get dust. Let me tell you something. They don't happen here. I told you on our past episode. You got something here in Europe here. We can say dusting. We'll find your address. We'll find your children address. No matter who you can be even general here. You can be whosoever prime minister. Whosoever. You don't just crack down on citizens for no reason because you have the gun or have some power in your hand. No, you have your own family. You have your own relative. But our society is our society. So, but I don't think Gregory Coleman will change. Instead of protesting or sending message to the president, the United Party will not listen to Stan. They will never listen to them. They believe that Gregory Coleman will do all that job. Please, if you look at the way they proceeding, it will simply tell you that It's a playing game. It's only that playing, that reality. They're trying to.
Okay, I think our brother is getting some
They're
feedback
putting,
from his
they,
end.
they're putting fear in the citizens. I think probably for my end, they're putting fear in the citizens moving forward. So they're putting fear in everybody. But please,
All right, so
places that Ghana and other places surrounding us. Now, when in Liberia, all this heavy brutality going on. So, but I don't think it will not stop now. It will never stop. I don't think they will listen. The Unity Party will listen to stay. They will never stop Gregory Coleman.
thank you, my brother. Thank you. Honorable, this is getting concerning. All of the reports that are coming out, whether be it from national, like for example, the Independent Commission on Human Rights reports, the international reports coming from the United States Department, and all of what we are reading around, to the extent that even the Justice Minister told us that there are deteriorating conditions as it relates to the rule of law in Liberia. Of recent, we saw the report, human trafficking report in Liberia, where the report states clearly that the government is doing absolutely nothing to be able to address these issues. And it's becoming even worse by the day. Honorable Dobayu, what says you concerning the issue of mob violence in Liberia? You watch the video, which we'll not be able to play here because we want for Facebook to take down our page or do anything to it. But there are persistent level of mob justice in Liberia. Everywhere you pass, people are just, I don't know. Honorable Dobayu, what is going on? What say you concerning this? Let's hear from you, sir.
Thank you, and welcome, my dear brother, Women.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, like I said, let me tell you, there are several factors, Prince, responsible for mob justice. Lack of trust in the police, and police being biased, putting not understanding their role, and several other factors. So today, increasing lawlessness in the level of mob justice in Liberia is deeply caused by a crisis tied to public distrust in the formal justice system. Citizens perceive that the system is corrupt, is a factor. The citizens believe that the system is slow, it's not going to respond to their urgent need. That is a problem. The citizens also, they can get into mob justice when they have a feeling, a condition that a criminal who steals from them in the public, the next day they will see the criminal walking around. In short, they believe that the police is unfair and the police is entrenched with criminality. So in that form and manner, I don't support that, women. I don't support that. But when these conditions unveil themselves, it compares the citizen, it compares the public to indirectly trigger the spirit of mob justice. And so for me, as a person, I condemn mob justice to the fullest. But again, these are clear-cut conditions that can correspondingly lead people to, mainstreaming mob justice. I told you, corruption, lack of trust, slowness, unfairness, and police themselves being, a conduit, a paradise of criminals. So right now, as I speak to you, do you think the family a few days ago, whose son was fired in the stomach, you think that family will ever call the police when there's an issue? They have a mentally ill child, son, brother, father, who needed to just go to hospital. They called the police went and killed. So first, because the police is also untrained, is another factor. The people do not trust the police ability to handle matter. And that is very dangerous for law enforcement. It's dangerous for democratic environment. when there's a distrust in the system, there is an issue of perception of corruption, bribery of judicial officers. Sometimes when these judicial officers carry somebody to jail, the person has committed crime. Before the person reach in jail, cash will exchange here. The next 2 to 3 days, you see the person in the community. Once they will tell us that all get this country. When this condition persists, Ms. Women, what do you expect the citizen to do? The citizen become frustrated. They become disappointed and disgruntled in the system. But that they believe the jungle justice should be the order of the day. They believe that the Hammurabi code of justice should be the order of the day. They believe that eye for an eye should be the order of the day because they do not trust the system. They are disappointed in the system. They are frustrated with the system. And so, before you come in, again, when they think the system is slow and inefficient, when they think the legal processes are slow and inefficient, they are going to mainstream mob justice because they get frustrated. And when they are frustrated about delays in trials, high cost of legal processes, Mr. Women, another reasons why the men believe that if I carry women to the court, they will charge me plenty of money for women stealing my motorboat. So let me just dig down here right now. These are factors responsible for mob justice.
Yeah, but let me. I get you. For me, I will go on different route concerning the mob justice or mob violence whatsoever. I'll be honest here on the platform to the followers. You please, if you come here, you please have to share the video to friends and friends. You please have to share the video on the Palava Hall. Let me say that me, I'll go different route. I'll be honest here. The mob justice or mob violence whatsoever, it's not a new thing, it's an old thing. We can catalog leaders that came to power existed. Not just a business. Mob violence is a serious thing. I've been battling that country for decades upon decades. Some of us small, we saw it in community. Let me tell you something. I'll be honest on the platform here. See why we fought that civil war today, where over 250,000 people lose their life. I will be honest here. I will call it raw. People like it. Or follower would digest what I'm saying here. That reality. Our country is a violent country. Seriously. Jealousy, enviness, embedded in our DNA. It's reality. Small nation with small population, about 5 million, now we're growing. I tell way back, brother, it's reality. During the child setter era, also the third era, they have vigilante group there. You know why they have this group? To protect that neighborhood, to protect that community. It's an old age problem here. So I remember a long time ago, you will leave, they had vigilante group upon group from every community. Probably when somebody don't know you in a community, you leave another community to come to another community. If they don't know you, they can identify you, they will lie on you, they will say you're criminal, they will kill you. The people will just perform story on you, on the road, you this, you armed robber. Then the citizen will just from that community will come and mock you, kill you for nothing. Before they go find out, you're not criminal, you're nothing. It's an old age problem. And no police get assist cattle law that probably because of the justice system. Yeah, some part, but majority of the part now concern the justice system. Come example, all the more violence that going on in the country right now, that happening in different community districts and other places. That so laugh, enviness and jealousy. Maybe somebody dating somebody from the other community, come from the other community, dating a girl in a community. So group of guys will get gang up because they don't let that guy start. When they got tried to visit, especially when in the night, they will lie. They'll say, oh, roll. The community will gather together and kill this particular person. More violent, as I can recall, not now, long time ago, it been existing, even during the door era. It's on as anybody that been around for long before social media came. You know what we're seeing there come on now? What we're seeing there from all angles now because of social media. But there, even as early justice setting time, child settle time, all these period I'm talking about, It's a serious thing. But you know the new era, what can baffle me now? The new era is a digital era. People, you see video, people mobbing people. They'll be in that video. But the government or the director of police, whatsoever, the security apparatus will never look at that video and crack down on these people. They'll be mocking somebody because somebody see motorbike. But a lot of people will be in that video because soon or whatsoever, collapses and all the things to kill another brother. Why you have the right to call police right there? You arrest that man or seize that man and call police. But let me tell you, more violent creeping in our country. It through lies and other things are being existing through more violence, more justice. So it's a serious problem. I think the legislature to quiet down that situation in our country, for me, the legislature need to go in-house and make new law, put it on the book, and be serious with it, the way they're cracking down on drugs and rape. Because if you look at it, more violent or more justice, they're killing a lot of people quietly in our country. And nobody doing nothing about it because they're not a family or because somebody not from the high elite places or high people in government, because it never happened to their children. So that why they don't taking this or those in the lesson, they're not happening to them, their children. So that why they're taking their life. But it's a zero old age problem, not just not problem. So this one, I will not blame government. I will not blame no government only. I will blame our society. I will blame our community, our people, the Liberian people. If they started a mob justice for a long time ago to kill. It's just the new excuse to kill a lot of people that don't like. So it's a serious thing. The government, the legislature got to get involved. Those in power need to get involved. The Justice Department to get involved, and then they made new law and crack down the same way they will get drugs and rape non-bearable. They need to, because it's damaging our society. It's envy and jealousy for me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wema. So again, I do agree with some of your proposition, but we like to say that if you have a government that have come to rescue, a government that says everything is wrong, they have come to rescue. And when you look at the statistics in the last 6 years and now, mob justice and violence, because of the pattern of policing that was initiated by the past government, held by President Weah, there was a much more lower statistic in terms of mob justice and mob violence, because people have to be reporting criminals. People have to be stealing. People have to walk freely for them to even see criminals. So if you live in a society where people have no trust in the justice system, if you live in a society where people feel like the police will kidnap and release people, the mob justice will increase. Now, if something was happening yesterday and only 4% was being killed, and today you're killing 20%, even though people are dying, but the scale at which people die, it varies. So that variance has to be discussed. So if you look at current statistics on the number of people being killed by mob justice, and before camera, it has increased. Because during the George Weah time, police was friendly with everybody. So everybody was information to police.
That was reality. That's true.
So it is against that background we are saying the government, even though mob justice has been around since the foundation of the world, and even in the Bible, Jesus Christ said, he have not committed crime to the first stone. That was mob violence. It started in the Bible. You know, in the Bible, there was that's why did Jesus Christ give that parable? So mob justice didn't start from Liberia. It didn't start from now. It started from the old days where people always, feel violent against criminal. Nobody likes mob justice. Me as a person, somebody steal for me. If I see people beating a person, I'll feel sorry for you. I don't have a spirit to see blood, to see somebody in agony and pain, regardless of what you did to me. To see people physically combating. I remember I was living down Clay Street, down Clay Street in the Bishop Road community, right at the intersection of Clay and UN Drive, and right across the road is the BTC Park, right in the corner right there. I was living there. There's an Oster building right by Sheikh Kafuma Kone and the late Sheikh Kafuma Kone house. Sheikh Kafuma Kone is I think he's the late Mufti of the Muslim community, Mufti, Great Mufti. So right by the outside building, because criminals used to come to our house most of the time, we opted to connect. There was a direct DC, direct electrical wire we have connected with the window bar. And so when you just connect the window bar with electricity directly, you get it plugged at the edge of the other side, you lose it, you tie it. So
Wow.
we in the house, we know that we can't touch that window in the night because it's electrocuted. Criminal, there was a criminal came one night, bro. The guy, what happened? Go touch it. I think touch the thing. Yeah, we upstairs. We upstairs. He fell on the other. Upstairs there is, a lower structure right below us because we were upstairs. A vertical structure, 1 floor elevation. So below the sub building right there below us is another building. So when he hit him, he jumped, involuntarily jumped, and he fell under the zinc. That brother fell. He under the other building, he jumped down on the ground in the sunny, preferred running. Then for people to come and even he ran his foot, one of the first spring, and I think the zinc caught him, you could see the blood, but that brother managed, he ran because you know what it means, down Clay Street when people catch you. I think somewhere between to the Johnson Street side, they caught him there, they beat him. When I saw him, I felt terribly bad. Even though this brother has come to inflict pains on me, he has come to steal from us, and who knows, he will have stolen our laptop and some other valuables that will have set us back. But I still feel sorry for him. That's to tell you that as a person, I do not support mob violence. And I grew up in the Catholic Church. In the Catholic Church, I was in this organization called the Community of Sant'Igino. We learned about poverty, we learned about familyhood, being altruistic, being there for people, and looking at people's situation and not reacting for yourself. Leave a problem with Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ will solve the problem. You cannot act for yourself. I grew up with those Christian virtues and ethics, so I'm not able to do mob justice. I've never done mob justice in my life, but others do it. Those people that do it, they're not me. They don't have the same mindset like I do. So they take matter in their hands. If you live in a society where the people believe that they will get redress, the legal system will not be partial, it will be impartial, I think the probability of mob justice will reduce. Because this government is the only government that campaign and say the whole country is unjust, there's unrobbery, the government doing nothing. They said they had a prescription, they have billboards. Everywhere in Monrovia, big billboards. So if you can do and you said you will do it, who should we blame, Mr. Wilmot? So we got nowhere else to look. We cannot blame anybody. We're blaming our government because they're not putting much in awareness, in community policing. They're not putting much in the civil division at Liberal National Police. South Beach is overcrowded. They're not expanding access to justice. So we will keep blaming our government until the government can be serious. The government needs to appoint somebody who has the idea to lead the police. Mr. Gregory Coleman is a bluff ball. He's a political, he believes in political ideology. He's an ideologue of the Unity Party. He cannot execute and lead the police.
Maybe probably not diverting the topic, but I heard today that the Supreme Court, they told the president they want to, I know they want new bidding or what, I don't know where. I saw that thing, I laughed a little bit. I said, but wait, our prison system in Africa, in Liberia, is one of, especially the South Beach you're talking about. You know how long South Beach has been existing? It's a deplorable place, not place for human being reality. I told people a long time ago, we need a lot of things. We need a lot of things in that country. We need new prison system. We need new prison. From digital prison, new one, money one. Government need to spend money because a lot of crime in the country. I proposed that thing before. I proposed it to a lot of people before. We need new. Look at South Beach. I don't know South Beach how many years old now. Deplorable. If we see it worse, no good system, nothing. So, as a country, as a viable nation with crime, with what can so you need more. We're living in a modern world now. You need modern. We need to spend millions of dollars on new prison system. Yeah, but people say they want to bring new Supreme Court. Well, I don't even know. The country, I know the unit. One can baffle me. The issue for the United Party to tackle, they don't tackle it. They can be deviating. One time they found out minister said they will bail, I don't know how many thousands of school, hundreds, they will bail 100 public school in the country. You get teachers, you get money to pay these people before you pay 100. You get your University of Liberia, the least in the West African region, one of the least in all University of Republic of Liberia, one of the least. No compete. Even the Club Maria Foundation, go all in the children classes. They can also computer, Dell, DELL, computer, all in the classes then. Then our university, the new morning era of the University of Liberia, they pay in and printed. Go see, go all infrastructure. The university, first of all, I told people, the seat of the government, against the University of Liberia to sit to that particular place. No. We need millions of dollars for them to build no new University of Liberia. The seat, the executive branch of government down there, the legislature down there. Why you put a University of Liberia down there for? One of the oldest in Africa, in West Africa, outdated, with the modern era here. So we got a lot of things to tackle in now. Our healthcare system is deplorable. My man, brother, who 178 years old, man. I told people Liberia's an old age problem. Yeah, they were only blaming the city, the rescue mission or the Unity Party were ruled the country for the past 12 years. They were only blaming the CDC government. They a new problem. And today, that for 12 years under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they never did nothing. Now they back in power. nothing working for them now for 2 years now. George, we have changed the politics in Liberia, brought developmental politics. They can't grasp on it. They can't believe it. Today, 2 years into that presidency, you can never see a signature project on the Unity Party. It's bad for me. All the clever people there. That's why I told people Liberia's a broke nation. We broke. We probably would. People can come, they will cost, no, we rich. I told them, I said, but how y'all rich? They say, oh, we're a rich nation. I said, what can join you that you're rich? When the Zana companies are making statements because they want to come to power, you know how the CDC function? When during George Weah, you know how they were managing? Church, most of the money they were coming from donor partners, from all around the Gulf states, then the Arab war, all these places. To maintain our wage bill, brother. We spending over 300. Look at the thing. We spending over $300 million a year. 300 plus, according to the rescue mission now. What the down south people are crazy. On the George, we had they have about 80,000 people employed. They were spending about $300 million per year in wages and expenditure. Now the down south people. But the wage bill go up. That's what bad for me. You down south people, thousands of people. But your wage bill go to $350 million a year. So how that possible? Society joker, they joking with Liberian people. You need the Unity Party. I told them, I said, you need $1.7 billion. You need $1.5 billion for 6 years for only expenditure and salary. Besides development, what they're taking 1.5, they didn't find $1.5 billion is easy. Our concession companies, then all the concession agreement they signed, how much we breaking into the cover? Meter Steel taking your Meter Steel. That's why I gotta tell people, I told Jeremiah Kuhn and he said the verse, oh, you cannot take Meter Steel to court. Who told you that? Who told you can take Meter Steel or Salah Meter to court? The people worth $100 billion. Anybody can fact check it yet. Meter Steel, Salah Meter, they're living close to me here. The headquarters in Luxembourg. They worth $100 billion with the B. They gave it like broad chicken change. The Meter alone, Mr. Meter, he worth $100 million personally. He worth 100. The company worth $100 billion. The headquarters, massive headquarters in Luxembourg. They're digging your they're taking the natural resources, they're getting your chicken change. Then like people say they will try to renew them again. Yeah, look at me, bad for me. How can the United Party say they smart, they won't renew meter C? No, you go over the bidding trade war, bring other company on board. They got thousands, they got 5 top C company in the world. I can name them 4, 5. They got some in California, they got some in China, other places. Then they do the bidding war. You have to do bidding war. And they want to meet Labrador agree with that particular partner or whosoever. Then they close meter still. Meter still, they're wrecking Labrador over there for nothing. Taking our battle natural resources, and then Labrador say they rich. I'll tell Labradorian people that the reality, nobody more food, mineral don't grow. Mineral don't finish. We have seen it. Mineral don't grow, mineral don't finish. You know how long they've been digging our mineral? The Swedish American company Lamco, our there, many decades ago, over 60 to 70 some more years. You think mineral don't grow? Mineral don't finish. Now I see they talk about the Wologisi Mountain, all these things. I will tell people, brother, Labrador is a broad nation. It's a serious. Oh, we get this, we get too much mineral. I remember the president said they discovered new mineral. he went to the Oval Office. He told Donald Trump, he said, "Oh, you bring your technology. Now new China finished surveying the land already." The president said, "Cattle a lot of mineral." I look at it and say, "Wow, we get mineral that the United Party cannot grow." You see, you discovered uranium, all kind of zinc, all kind of different things. Then the other famous lies, like where people lie to the world. One of the famous lies I ever see the Republic of Labrador. Yeah, I think I remember, brother, the Swapo power is called the Virgin Forest, way back during the Dole era, all these things. They say, oh, so the Labrador, one of the Labrador greatest reserve forests during those days. Oh, you will see diamond, you will see gold, you will see all kind of things in the Swapo Park. It was so large. That is Swapo Park, man. That is Swapo Park is there over 20 some more years. 20 some more years, almost 30 some more years. Why we cannot get nothing from the Swapo Park? Labrador's a lying nation. Serious lying nation. Long time ago, we just create lies. We rich nation. I know they're joking or what. Someone not stupid anymore. Labrador not a rich nation can debate any Liberian. No, we're not probably before, yes. Then when our population was less, when we were 2 million, 1.some million during the third era, yes. They probably a lot of time the resources they could continue, but now Liberian people say we're a rich nation, man, buy that story. No, because the population growing now, we see the crack in the nation, tension in the nation, because during those days we were less population. Then when Tony and the Tobane brought out when they brought when they brought family planning a lot of time to get our women in tablet or other things to not bring child to bring babies. The people play on the Labradorian people because Tottenham knew like when the population rotation will come in the country. So a lot of time they brought family planning for our women to not born, and everybody fall for that garbage. Today we have less population because Tottenham and Toba they wanted to continue the population during those days. So we were less people. So the Labrador natural resources a lot of time they could continue. They continue the people. Then now the population grows now. The mineral they are being upside down. It depleted. All the mineral, most of majority of our mineral depleted now. We see the crack in the nation. The diamond. We see the rubber now. The how many years agreement. The war recycling. I remember the timber industry. The timber industry was $1 billion industry. Over 20 to 30 some more years, you cut all your trees. You never plant trees. And then what you're talking about, you cut all your trees during Charles Cedar era. You never plant one tree. How can you how the timber industry will grow? And we have a lot of illegal mining, illegal something in the country. So what I tell people, I say, if you study the country like we're not a rich nation, probably people will ask you every day. They will rich nation why we're not growing. So for me, like we're not a rich nation.
thank you so much, and Oduga, you at least for filling in. You know, we it's not easy. You understand the drill anyway. Yeah, you know. But again, fellow Liberians, you know, it is appalling, especially at this time where we are as a people, as a nation, to see that mob violence is taking over the country, to see that the level of anger has increased to the extent that people are no longer even afraid to commit crimes. I mean, ordinary people. I remember back in the days when you sitting somewhere and even hear say, "Oh, police cameo," you will run. Even if criminal hear that, "Oh, police cameo," they will run. But look at what happened to the the LDA officer in Corway. That officer was murdered by criminals only because he went there to arrest drugs. So the level of violence right now in our country, fellow Liberians, is being encouraged by the government. Because look at how the police is behaving and walking away scot-free. The reason why you are seeing people committing this atrocity in broad daylight, they are no longer afraid. I remember those days, it used to be in the night. People will, commit their crime, do whatever thing in the night. But now it is happening right in the broad daylight. Look at the last time in red light. This guy in red light. The guy who they lie on, they say, "Oh, he stole motorbike." Even if somebody steal motorbike or they steal whatever, is that the kind of treatment you give them? But again, these things are happening because of what the government has encouraged. The government that is supposed to be enforcing the law, it's no longer enforcing no law. They are not. But it's just so horrible. It's so terrible. Fellow Liberians, those of you who want to call, you can place a call. The number to call and contribute is 443 991 3356. That's the number to contribute. 443 991 3356 is that number you can call and make your contribution. Again, 443 991 3356 is that number you can call and be able to, contribute. You call and contribute, and let's hear from you. My brother Jake, things in the country are getting tougher by the day. The issue of school has opened. And according to information that we've gathered, most schools are reporting less number of students in the classes. A friend of mine, in some kind of chat room, and this person is a principal. This person is saying school open. Up to now, they cannot even, in their registration book, they cannot even account for 200 students in that particular school. I will not call the school name, but it's a very populated school. He is saying that in their record book, they cannot even account for 200 students. I mean, a school that take up to 500 to 600 pupils, they cannot even account for 200 students. The parents are not even coming the way usually the parent will come to the school and say, "Okay, let the children be going at least within the next 2-3 weeks. Let me hustle. I will be able to come." The guy is saying that, Prince, the parents are not even coming. The parents are not even coming. Those parents that used to come and say, "Girl 1 week, girl 2 weeks," they are not even coming. And the students who used to even come, they are not even coming. My brother, what say you concerning this?
Prince, let us be laughable, but it's serious. Well, Prince, I would say, and I call it spade or space. It's good for the Liberian people. Seriously. The so-called Unity Party was said they were clever, they smart. They went to Harvard, they went to all the elite schools around the world. Now, when George, they used to say Georgia was dumb. He's not clever, he's nothing. Education, Georgia says, all right, not privilege. It's a right for all Liberians to learn. He started from the University of Liberia, public school, and wire everything. Surrogating within the Unity Party because they believe a Georgia make education free. It will trample on that rule. So they play the propaganda game. They start to smear lies, smear the country. Papa, university students, why today the university were free. Enrollment grew higher number, over 30,000 people. It never happened in the history of our country before. They lie to the Liberian people, they cajole people, play on people, newspaper, all these people were carrying it today. Where they all come now? The rescue mission is there. What are they doing about education? The so-called elite, the clever people now that were parading outside in Washington, D.C. and other places, that they could change the game in Liberia. They had a solution to the country. 2 years now. Yeah, the people flunk in Wyatt. It never happened before. Never. Wyatt result. You saw it. You read it here on the platform. Wyatt. Destroy Liberia. They flunk, they fail in Wyatt. So, the downgraded educational system, brother, to tell you the truth. The people they ain't got time because they want for so-called people to be educated like them, that they will rival with them, or they will argue with them. They don't want these things. They want for the society to be blind. So the Liberian people choose who they choose. Eh? they were there in the 2029. So the men that were there standing for your right, for the privileges and other things, they may even increase salary at the University of Liberia. Teachers that were making the highest money now, never happened in our history before. They seen university professors and teachers, lecturers, whatsoever. They were honor money. The men are increased their salary a lot of time. George Weah, the honor money, saying them, and telling the student in our country to protest. Anybody, even the Joe Howard Taylor won't come on the campus, they will stonewall. Sarina Seaford, we saw it, the let's go on. So the damage the University of Liberia, why are they today? Why they not protesting now? Because when they protest, they will crack down on them. You think that Patrick Sulutan? No, this is a different ball game now. So please, they know it. Education, if any society is not educated, the society is doomed. It's reality. The society is doomed. Because I pray today under the Unity Party, and the reality, statistic facts. Liberia among a low IQ country in Africa. I bring people and say, I'm a Google, I'm a fact check anything here. We don't preach propaganda here. Low, just go and Google low IQ country in Africa. Your country among 5 or 7 or 8 people. Low IQ, you know what I mean? When they say low IQ, you're bound to fail. Low IQ, if you go back and study about what the low IQ country can do, the reason is not there. The way of thinking is not there. Violence, anger, anybody like that low IQ, the reason is not there. You can't comprehend nothing. Anybody tell you something, you buy that story. What happened to the country today? So under the Unity Party now, we've seen it. Education is a flaw. Education is a flaw. For me, I blame the Liberian people. People to cajole them. And how can a government make education free? Then you go against it. To tell you the IQ of the country. How can a government, everybody around the world won't get one free education? Everybody. You won't get free education. I can remember in America, Joe Biden wanted to cancel student loan. Imagine, universities, some people used to take 20,000, 30,000 student loan, 25,000. The government honored Joseph and Joe Biden. They wanted to cancel student loan. They were fighting for it to cancel student loan. Everybody was up for it. Then a president came to power, said, let's do free education. Then after the public school will carry to probably we have the private school. After the public school, we have the private school. Then job I want to job say if you graduate, probably you do a cadet job. At least if you graduate from high school, we'll find some kind of cadet job for you to be doing. Because a lot of times George were there a cadet job to labor telecommunication during the days. He did a cadet job. So he had everything in mind in his second term, playing. That student will do cadet job. I don't get it from the University of Liberia. If you graduate from high school, you get cadet job to do. The people blow all that situation because of lies and propaganda. They smear them. They smear. What those that were smearing the country, that were lying to the country today? What the left of the Henry Costa then today? We can see them around the corridor of politics today. That was spreading gibberish and lies today. Oh, Joel selling your all block. $16 million, all that lie, that garbage then today. What they are? All of them mute. They can't even call this government to order. You know what? They don't call the government to order. Who said they don't know the government is failing? Because they won't, probably they're waiting in the wing for job. So all those that was speaking up against George, we are all of them mute now. You know what? Who said they love the Liberian people? They never loved the Liberian people. They were only seeing all these things because they wanted power. And today they only sideline because they can't talk anything. They're taking brown envelope on the darkness. They cannot speak now. What the voices that were talking? George Weahtown, the internet was footprints. You remember? People all in that comfort in America. They have over 10,000 podcasts. Where are they? The internet is mute. It's mute. Nobody talking anymore. What they will say to the Liberian people now? Their radio Kigali sponsor now. Chong in the Unity Party on the bus every day. Spoon, they don't have the audacity to talk. I want to tell you, I want to tell CDC people. I said to you, you people, you don't have sense. How can you be listening to Spoon talk? They may not damage the country. They may not damage the CDC within. Then you're listening to that kind. The Unity Party not listen to him. Why are you listening to him? You think he was benefiting from the Unity Party? You think he will spread all that nonsense in talking about Boakai? He bought about a $10 million horse in 4 years. Nobody knew about that horse. He went beyond the scene. Please, let me tell you something today. Let me tell you something on the platform. The Unity Party leaking to Spoon Project, they're crazy. People were in the executive branch of, I'm just saying it, people in the executive branch of government. All the leakages, they're leaking to Spoon because of money. You know how you get on all the information. People that work in the executive branch of government, they're working for him. They get pay agent within the Unity Party leaking everything. We think we knew what the $10 million 4-year mansion. Nobody knew who brought it outside. He the one. He get more leakage to do. You are not doing it for the Liberian people. Because Joseph Boakai and the surrogate never gave what he wanted. So that why he trying to do. I'm telling you, CDC, you're gonna watch that platform. You shouldn't go on a platform. You get all of friendly platform in the country. You get Banner FM, you get Voice of Liberia of Sekou Sherry, you get AB Wayon, Kings FM, you get OK Sheriff Day. These are the friendly platforms. You get Julius Jeff from OKFN. These are the people that are in your corner. But gullible, I can just be looking at the CDC people. Why are you going to that kind of stupid radio station, Radio Kigali? Me, I'll call it Radio Kigali.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think we've gone in our time. We've gone in our time.
So, I mean, what we can say in conclusion, thanks to women, what I can say in conclusion to the Liberian people, everything's been said and summarized. The Liberian people, they were lied to. They were verbally gang raped. They were verbally and intellectually gang raped. They were denied and deprived of knowing the fact. They were manipulated. But again, the people are always victim of circumstances. The people are eager for change. So when you bring a theory of change to them and you are persuasive enough, they may be tempted to put what you say. But when you end up being a snare of your progress, you cannot blame the people. The people are always victim. It's like You know, a man who wants a woman, he will lie that he's going to do everything for you. But when you unveil your true identity to that woman, we can blame the woman for agreeing to you. And likewise to a man, a woman who says she's a good wife, she's a wife material, and you as a man, you want your children to be brought up in a decent home. You go to that woman and you see she's a street woman, she doesn't sleep with one man, you are a victim. So it's the situation with the people. The people want change, they want real solution to their problem. Mr. Boakai and his criminal followers, they make us to believe that they had a prescription to all of the problem. Only and only to know that Mr. Boakai has no administrative discipline. He is financial. He is in fiscal indiscipline. They are indiscipline. They are irresponsible. Financial impropriety, corruption, lack of proper judiciary system, segregation, nepotism. His entire government is polarized by Lofians. The entire government, all the financial sector, all of the lucrative environment. Wednesday is our first talking point. We're going to talk about tribalism in Mr. Boakai government. Are there only Lofians from Liberia? Why is it only Lofians at the Finance Ministry? There are LRA, there are central bank, and everywhere. Why is our country leaning so very divisively? Is leading our country with so much huge and big trouble sentiment. The country cannot progress in this form and manner. So because of this, fellow Liberians, we have formed our platform called the Redemption Hour. On the Redemption Hour, here we have the Redemption Squad. And here we believe and behold that the Redemption Hour is at hand. It is the people answer to a season of hallowed promises by Joseph Boakai. They promise to undo the harmonization. They promise to pay fee-wise fee. They promise to increase teachers' salary, which is yet to become a reality. It is a circle cutting through the tail of weeds and their deceit, the deceit radiating from the Unity Party. Here we are here to unearth the hard stone of truth. We are here to throw the stone of truth and nourish the seeds of hope for our people. The people in Tobaita in Grantide County, our people in Hindi, Bon County, and our people from all the way in Mosurada County, our people there in Magidi County, deep in Swamanka District, Bome County. These are the people we are here to plant the seed of hope for. Yeah, we've gathered here most of the time, the funniest man in the country, not those that can influence situation falsely, not those that can lie, not those that can incite violence, but we are here in our carnal spirit to know the spirit of hope in all this failing regime to their failed promises. And we have vowed to the Liberian people that we will be an unwavering mirror reflecting the season of hope. We are here between the widespread lies and the true reality, and the people are on the edge watching. This platform is not just a platform, it's not just a stage. It's the people's megaphone. On the Palava Hall, on the Redemption Hour is where we join voices to chorus the essence of change. And together, we shall chart a new course, a course that will navigate the storm of corruption, the storm of police brutality, the storm of rape, and give our country the dearest leadership it deserves, and bring back development, bring back hope, bring back infrastructure, bring back electricity, bring back a situation that is going to make Liberia a great nation again. Thank you from my end. God bless you and God bless our country.
Prince, let me close with this. 1 minute, please. Prince,
go ahead.
Let me say this to the CDC hierarchy. The number 18, Liberians, number 18, Saturday is happening, the groundbreaking. This is why I come to tell the president, the surrogate that surround the CDC hierarchy. I'm telling you, the 18 is a special, it will be massive and a special day in Liberia. Those that protect the president, I'm saying it again, the bomb is talking. I got my own intel. Reality, you protect your president. On the 18th, on the groundbreaking ceremony, you don't allow people, anybody in your space that you don't know. The 18th is a groundbreaking ceremony. Mr. President, former President George Manawia, those that surround you, your loyalists, you need to protect yourself because the CDC people need you. And Mr. President, overall to the sedition, that man's take, cancel your county tour. And Kimiyane, Kofane, whosoever surrounding you, do not embark on that county tour, Mr. President. You can have a press meeting. You can call journalists to your house. You can make statement on national radio or any radio station. Mr. President, do not embark on any county tour to tell the Liberian people thank you. No. First of all, you never won the election. A reality. They voted you out. It's Boakai duty to tour the country to tell the Liberian people thank you because they voted you out. It's not your duty. That's a reality, CDC. It's not your duty to go tell the country thank you. No, you can even say at your country, at your groundbreaking ceremony, or you have extra press conference at your Jamaican resort or your house to tell the people thank you. Invite journalists. You can have a press conference, but do not undertake the country tour. It's a security race. It's a security race, Mr. President. I'm saying it to you in the groundbreaking ceremony. CDC hierarchy, the play will be packed and massive. You have to protect George Weah before people infiltrate into your group. It's probably will be an open place or open field. And the president, you shouldn't just be traveling within the country. You must rather know how to move. Update or upgrade your security on a higher level. That's my advice to the president going to the 18th of this month, the groundbreaking ceremony. If they want to hear it, that's it. It left with them. But I know where I'm coming from. I know what I'm saying. That's reality.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. So, fellow Liberians, on this note, we want to say join us on Wednesday as we have another hour, of very stimulating, very, very impactful discussion on the redemption hour. I'm sorry today I was in an ant because I am today. It's not easy. I'm doing some, as you can see, we are tight. The schedule is very tight. But I want to say thanks to you, my brother Wilmer, for taking up the time to be with us. And want to say thanks to Honorable Dogayu and to all of you who came listening, sharing, and commenting. Until we meet again, my people, have yourself a God blessed day and bye from our end. Don't forget, the 18th is the groundbreaking ceremony. Let us all get ready as we embark on that particular, historic event to ensure that our party proved to the world that we can do it as we've always done it. So thank you and have yourself a God bless day. Bye from our end.
Bye-bye.
We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies just go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today is the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You will see a Liberia that will give you hope. You will see a Liberia where corruption will be a thing of the past.